Welcome everyone to Tecumseh, Ontario for the second game and the final game at the OCAA regular season for the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Currently joining in progress. We apologize for the technical difficulties here at Berkeley-Cost Park. At the moment, how things are currently, it's 2-1 St. Clair over Humber. And we're currently in the bottom of the second inning. The bases are loaded for the St. Clair Saints with one out in the inning. That was after seeing just moments ago Andrew Sleeman give St. Clair the lead with an RBI single. Josh Anderson had an RBI single back in the first inning, is up at the plate right now, and is taking on Juan Diego Iguanez as the pitcher. Diego Iguanez, perfect 3-0 before today. Base hit down the left field line. Anderson thinks about stretching it to 2. Instead, he scores 2. St. Clair makes it a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the second with one out. So good contact from Anderson, and here comes the discussion up on the mound. They are signaling for a change to the pen. And the ball now taken away from the starter, Diego Iguanez, allowing 4. He had allowed 4 runs total on the season before this ball game. The situation changing here. It will be a new pitcher in, and Ryan Brody, who Humber looks to try and settle this game down with. Again, Humber scoring in the last frame in what was a bit of a topsy-turvy frame at some points. Again, Ryan Brody pitching with an ERA of 14.4. That's because he's allowed 14 runs, 11 earned in his previous 3 appearances and 1 start. That's in a 5 1/3 innings of work as well. Hawks trying to make sure this game doesn't balloon any further. This game already at the 45-minute mark in terms of length, and we haven't gone past the second. So due up next is Henry Reel. Already Andrew Sleeman leading things off for the order for St. Clair tonight. Anderson, Reel, Glasgow. Then Cannon Gale. Andrew Landlois at catcher. Hud Wagner all the way down to 7th in the lineup. Spencer Morin and Adrian Harrison rounds out the lineup at second base. There's a look at the scoreboard, specifically what we're discussing here. So far, this game taking an expensive lead. They haven't added the other runs to the board yet from the bases loaded situation. So just about warmed up here, it looks like. (4-1), we can confirm is the score. 2 RBI single credited to Anderson on the previous play. Tyler Brown Amlin pinch ran for Morin already.
Designated hitter number 26, Henry Reel.
Henry Reel to the plate here. Last time up, hit into a sparkler of a 4.63 double play. Reel, right field. Back it goes for extra bases. 1 run waved home, a second blows through the stop sign. The slide in, and St. Clair makes it 6-1 on an RBI double. Three straight hits for the Saints offense, with one out still in the inning. And now Real adds to his hit tallies for the year. Glasgow now comes up to the plate after reaching via error last time up, back in the first. Glasgow, high drive, right field, down the line, hooking foul. And that got some of the fans standing up after the home run yesterday. The 0-1. Swing and miss, 0-2. On 2. Gets underneath this one. Popped up towards short. Played by Towers on the towering pop-up.
Third baseman number 20, Ken Gale.
So that brings up Ken Gale. And time call before this at-bat gets going. Last time up for Gale, he grounded out to end the first. Starts with the fastball missing. 1-0. Backed up this time with the fastball again. 2-0. On the 2-0. Misses to make it 3-0. A hitter's count here for Gale with Langlois on deck. Gets the strike this time, 3-1. Three and one. Steps off, looks back to Real. Gale, point to short. Towers throws it over to Groves, and the side is retired. So in the end, the St. Clair Saints pick up 5 in the inning. Your score after 2 innings of play: St. Clair 6, Humber 1. Welcome back, everyone, to the ballpark as we enter the top of the third inning. Just Prince with you here on We Digital. As your starting pitcher for this game was Michael Grondin, who came into today with an ERA of .78, but only 2 appearances, 1 start. 1-0 record with 9 innings pitched, 3 runs allowed, 1 earned on the season. 5 strikeouts to 2 walks, 6 hits allowed so far in those 9 innings of work. So he warms up now to face the 9, 1, and 2 hitters this time around. Clark, St. Louis, Towers all due up in the inning.
Leading off the top of the third for the Humber Hawks, the left fielder.
There's a look at the numbers one more time. He also has a save mixed into those tallies. The one time he didn't start out of the 2 appearances. Landon Clark lays things off with a fly ball to left and into foul territory, out of reach, 0-1. Tower Brown Amlin now in at left field. Part of a shuffle here. Sleeman's been shuffled to center. It's time to center for a base hit. Clark gets aboard with a hit. That's after last game being hitless with 2 strikeouts.
Center fielder number 18, Jack St. Louis.
Jack St. Louis now coming up next. Starts with a ball, 1-0. Last game, St. Louis, 2 walks, a single, and a strikeout. Misses for a second consecutive pitch, 2-0. 2-0 is the count. Trying to go for the throw to second, a stolen base from Clark. Watches that one, 3-1. It's 3-1, gets the corner, 3-2. Three and 2. Popped up and hit foul. Stays 3-2. Three and 2. Take 2. Fouled away. We'll do take 3. Three and 2 again. This time misses up high. And 2 base runners are now aboard. First and second. 1 gone. No gone, I should say. Nobody's out.
Number 5, Charlie Towers.
So to the point now, Charlie Towers. Towers hits this one foul. And on the other side of the fence, 0-1. 0-1's the count. Misses 1-1. The 1-1 down the right field line. Extra bases. 1 run waved in to score. A second given the stop sign. So the Humber Hawks make it 6-2 on the RBI double from Charlie Towers. So the gap trimmed down to 4. And that brings up Justin Groves. Looks like a conference up on the mound here before things continue. And Grondin getting things discussed here after 3 base runners reaching, 2 via hit, and 1 coming home to score. Runners in scoring position at second and third at the end of the conference. St. Clair is currently building up some people in the pen, it appears, at the moment. So again, Justin Groves, who entered today, tied for the RBI lead in the province. Now with the chance to bring in some RBIs here. Towers this one to left. Broad Amlin gives it chase, makes the catch. Tag too shallow to be able to try the sacrifice. First out of the inning, and that keeps runners at second and third. So to the plate now, designated hitter, Dylan White. Swings and misses a start, 0-1. Fastball up high, misses 1-1. On the 1-1, misses 2-1. Outside and in the dirt, 3-1. Upstairs and walked aboard is White. So the bases are loaded for Jack Young. Last time up for Young, a 3-1 ground out back in the second. This one to left field. Brown Amlin tested here. A tag, double tag in fact. Runner advances on the sacrifice fly to make it 6-3. So the sacrifice fly now leaves runners at the corners for David Boato. Starts off missing the zone, 1-0. Tries to go more fastball with it. Does. 1-1. The 1-1 gets the inside corner. 1-2. One and two, the hit and run. Trying to get the force at second. Instead, they take the out at first. The side is retired. So, 6-3 remains your score now. Humber putting up 2 this inning. We head to the bottom third here on We Digital. Welcome back to the ballpark as we get ready for the bottom of the third inning. Just Prince with you here on We Digital as Brody gets set to face the bottom part of the order. Lane Loys, Hutt Wagner, Brown Amblin due up next. See which way this inning goes as the buzzer goes off. The warm-up's complete. Or should supposed to be. They elect to keep going. Once this sets up, the catcher, Andrew Lane Loys. Last time up for Lane Loys, a walk in the last inning. Starts by fouling one away, 0-1. The 0-1 goes outside, 1-1. Gets the strike this time. 1-2 is the count. Lane Loys hits the short, played by Towers. Throws it over to Groves for the out.
First baseman number 22.
That brings up the first baseman, Josh Hutt Wagner. Hutt Wagner so far a fielder's choice. Starts with a miss, 1-0. Skied up, but out of playable territories. That goes to the street for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Popped up again, similar fashion. 1-2. One and two is the count. To the backstop for a second ball. 2-2. Two and two. Goes to the backstop. 3-2. Full count here. Did it go around? Yes, says the umpire. Strike three. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third inning. That brings up Brown Amlin.
Number 12, Tyler Brown Emlin.
Brown Amlin coming in after earlier today, hitting a single, part of a 1-for-3 outing. Starts with the backstop, 1-0. Nearly hits him in the head for the second ball, 2-0. The 2-0. Brown watches a strike, 2-1. Two and one does hit him. Hit by pitch. That puts Brown Amlin aboard.
Second baseman number 9.
The inning continues now for Adrian Harrison. Harrison last time up was able to draw a walk. Fouled away to start 0-1. Throw over to first, goes wild. And Brown Amlin strides his way to second. That one went all the way to the fencing. A runner in scoring position now with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Outside, 1-1. And a runner at second base, Brown Amlin. We've seen good speed from him today. The 1-1. Fastball misses, 2-1. 2-1. Chopped over to Bellato. Played by Groves, and the side is retired. St. Clair stays up 6-3. We head to the fourth inning of play. 3 runs the difference. Welcome back, everyone, to Burt Lacoste Park, where the sun is starting to get ready to set soon. Getting ready for the bottom of the lineup card. Coming up for Humber, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. That's Julian and Aurella, followed in the order by Caleb Guerin, should say, and Landon Clark. No pitching change as Grondin stays in the ball game here.
Leading off the top of the fourth, for the Humber Hawks,
Top of the fourth, all set to go for the catcher.
Julian
Aurella set. Humber's pen is warming up as well, just in case. Starting things off with a foul ball, 0-1. One gets the strike, 0-2. The 0-2 outside. Goes around for a swing, strikes out. That brings up Iguaran.
second baseman number 2, Caleb Iguaran.
Starts off with the ball, 1-0 this count. Last time up, the second baseman hit a single. Speaking of which, here's another base hit. 2 hits so far for Iguaran.
Left fielder number 9, Landon Clark.
That brings up the left fielder, Landon Clark. Hit a single and got a stolen base last time up. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count. One and two fouled away. Stays 1-2. On the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts now in the inning. And that's going to bring up St. Louis.
Center fielder number 18, Jack St. Louis.
Starts outside, gets the strike though at the corner of the plate, 0-1. 0-1, tries to aim for the same spot, missed it, 1-1. One and one, above the letters, 2-1. Runner goes, the hit and run in effect. Play made over to first, can't get the squeeze, Hudvegner. Runners at first and second, still with 2 gone.
Shortstop number 5, Charlie Towers.
Now to the plate, Charlie Towers. Starts up high, 1-0. Going for the throw. It goes to the outfield. So, a check back over to second allows the runner to move to third, in fact to the corners. Gets the strike, 2-1. On the 2-1 to right center. It drops at the edge of the fence. 1 run waved in, a second comes in to join him. And the Humber Hawks make it 6-5. So an RBI double for Towers. That sets up Justin Groves.
First baseman number 8, Justin Groves.
That one went all the way to the warning track, just out of the range of a dive from Glasgow. Now it's Groves. Fouled away, 0-1. The 0-1 goes in the dirt. No advancement, however, this time, 1-1. Sancor's pen is moving. One and one, swing and miss, 1-2. Swings and misses for strike 3, but Humber yet again trims down the gap. Back-to-back innings with 2 runs scored. 6-5 as we are halfway through the ball game here in Tecumseh. Welcome back, everyone, to the ball game as we enter the bottom of the fourth in OCAA baseball. That 5-run inning doesn't look so stellar when you see Humber scoring basically that entire difference back to close this gap to just one. St. Clair's offense has cooled off, meanwhile, in this one. The Humber pen is preparing just in case with Ronan Hayes, the third-year player from Toronto out there. Keep an eye on what happens this game on the pen side. So, bottom of the inning sets up Andrew Sleeman first, followed by Josh Anderson and Henry Reel. Swings and misses, 0-1. Fouled away for the second strike, 0-2. Look at the stats before today, as Sleeman's numbers go down there with a strikeout. He had been 2-2 on the day before that. And that brings up Josh Anderson. He's 2 for 2 still as well, with 2 RBI singles. Swings and misses at this one, 0-1. Gets the strike, 0-2. On the 0-2, fouled away, stays 0-2. This time, Anderson underneath it. Played by the shortstop in Towers for the out. That brings up Henry Reel. Henry Reel, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Smacks this past Towers at short. A base hit for Reel. He moves to first with 2 gone already in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rowan Glasgow now comes up next. Popped up to start, hits it foul, 0-1. Down low, 1-1. inside. 2-1. Runner at first, 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Glasgow puts himself into the hit category. His first hit of the day is a base hit. So all smiles for real as that advances him to second. Cannon Gale coming up next. He's ended 2 different innings with ground balls so far today. Starts off with a strike, 0-1. Again, 0-1 is the count. Gets a strike, 0-2. On the 0-2. Skied up. Multiple different players scramble and they drop it. Real never backed off. He scores. So an error on the play and a run comes in. Watch as 3 different Hawks try and converge. And it was dropped by the shortstop, it looked like, in Towers. Now runners at first and second after that. 7-5. Now your score. Landlois now up. Starts with a miss. 1-0 to start this count. Foul back. 1-1 is the count. On the 1-1. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Trying to go pitch out for a moment, didn't. 3-1. The 3-1 misses. No, gets the strike. Landlois had already thrown the bat. So a full count here. Full count. Landlois makes contact with it to right. This time it's not dropped. And Guerin making the catch. So that ends the fourth inning. St. Clair adds a run. It's 7-5 Saints. Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh. As we get set for inning number 5. So far, this ball game taking its time to roll through to the innings. Near 2 hours of ballpark action in this one. Dylan White, Jack Young, David Boato are all due up for the Humber Hawks this inning. We do have a pitching change of note you can see for St. Clair. It is in the game, Gerardo Abrajo.
Gerardo Abrego Ruiz.
Abrajo is in the game. This is just his second appearance of the season. Only 2/3 of innings of work. He allowed 4 runs in that span with 4 walks. He has an ERA of 42 on the season. And so, a different arm being relied upon in what is a high-scoring one now. Dylan White now to the plate. Dylan White so far, a walk and a ground out. Misses 1-0. Again, 1-0, and oh boy. White had to go for a handstand for a moment on that one. 2-0. Gets the strike. 2-1. Misses to the backstop, 3-1. 3-1 is the count for White. Three and one gets the strike. 3-2. On deck, Jack Young. Time called. The payoff pitch misses up high, and White is walked aboard for a second time this ball game.
Right fielder number 3, Jack Young.
That brings up Young. Last time up, he got a sacrifice fly that brought in a run. misses. Warming up for St. Clair again. This time, Jake Hannenbach. Strike to start at the plate, 0-1. Yo, and 1. Oh boy! To the backstop by a mile. 1-1. White taking a base in that situation too. One and one. Swings and misses, 1-2, and now White trying to take away third, doesn't. Called out. He tried to take third. As you can see with the tag, it was going to be close. Not sure there, but called out on the play. 1 out now in the inning. 1-2. Called for a ball. 2-2. Gets the off-speed in for strike 3. And Jack Young sat down on strikes for the second out of the inning. This brings in Boato. Starting out for the strike, 0-1 this count. So 1-1 misses, 1-1. 1-1 is the count. The 1-1 fouled away for 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. The call comes through on the 1-2. Didn't get the strike, 2-2. The 2-2. Forces a duck down, 3-2. On deck for Humber, Iannarella. The pen continues to warm up for Humber. Goes up high and misses. Second walk of the inning. brings up Ian Arella. Last time up for the catcher, he struck out back in the fourth. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Misses this time, 1-1. One and one. The runner goes a high pickup. And stolen base regardless for Boato. Two and one is the count at the plate. Taking his time. 2-1. Forces another duck down, and the runner advances to third again. 3-1. Pitcher taking his time. Brajo taking about a minute a pitch. To 3-1. Fouled away, 3-2. The 3-2. And misses high. Runners now at the corners.
Second baseman number 2, Warren.
Now to the plate, Caleb Iguerin. So far, 2 singles this game. Oh, and he hits him. Bases loaded. Still no change here. But Landlois does want a minute to talk things over here with how things have now started to spiral coming into Clark's at bat. And now Roberto Duncan comes out on top of it before the conference can end. Roberto Duncan taking some extra time here after initially the catcher wanted to talk things over.
Left fielder number 9, Landon Clark.
Now it's Landon Clark coming up. Landon Clark 1 for 2 this game. And nearly hits him here. Play at the plate, not in time, and a run comes in. It's 7-6. Runners at second and third as things are getting rowdy down there. 1-0. The 1-0 gets the strike this time. 1-1. On the 1-1. Down in the dirt, hits the umpire, in fact. 2-1. The 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2. Looking to get out of this here. 2-2. Swings and misses. Strike 3. And the Saints get out of it with 2 runners in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The marathon continues. It's 7-6 here on Weeds Dole. Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh, where the game continues with the pitching change. Ronan Hayes has now been brought in for Humber as they look to make the change at what's been a razor-thin ball game when it comes to the score as of late. High scoring, this affair has been as well. Take a look at the stat line for Hayes. 2 appearances previous, 2 1/3 innings of work, 5 walks in that outing with a strikeout, though. His ERA is at 15 since he allowed 5 runs in said outing. So now, set to lead things off, Joshua Hudvagner, followed by Brown, Arman, Amlin, and Harrison. Starts with one thrown at the railing. 1-0. Hudwagner gets the strike called on him. 1-1. So far, hitless on the day, fielder's choice, and a strikeout. Went to the backstop, 2-1. Skied up in the infield. And yet again, Towers, the one relied upon to chase after it for the first out.
Left fielder number 12.
That brings up Tyler Brown Amlin. Starts off speed with it, 1-0. Gets this first strike of the count, 1-1. 1-1 is the count. 2-1. On 2-1, fouled away for a second strike, 2-2. Fouled away, 2-2 still. Humber does have some people down in the pen at least. Misses, 3-2. Three and two. Brown Amlin hits it to Boato. Throw to Groves, gets the out. 2 gone in the frame.
Second baseman number 9, Adrian Harrison.
That brings up Adrian Harrison. Harrison, a walk and a ground out so far today. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Down to the dirt, bouncing away, 1-1. Watch on that one, 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2. Two and two. Good contact, Harrison. Base hit. Adrian Harrison reaches with 2 outs in the 5th inning. And yet again, the innings continue.
Center fielder number 23, Andrew Sleeman.
Headed over top, Boato to be able to make the contact here. To the plate is Andrew Sleeman. Gets tied up there. 1-0. They say he did not go around. This one rolls away. Harrison moves up to second. Two and 0. Two and 0. Grounded down to Boato. Throw over to Groves. Gets the out. Side retired. So after 5 innings of play and more than 2 hours of baseball, a lot of baseballs have been flown around this ballpark. 7-6 St. Clair your score after 5 innings of play here on We Did It All. St. Clair's undefeated season on the line here. 17-0, still up 7-6, entering the top of the 6th inning. It's been a long game, but a lot of moments. Gerardo Abreu still stays in the ball game for the St. Clair Saints, the third-year player from Panama. And now they will face the top of the order. Jack St. Louis should say, Charlie Towers, Justin Groves, all due up to start this inning. Just about ready to go here.
We got the top of the 6th for the Humber Hawks. Center fielder number 18. Jack
Up to the plate. St. Louis. 2 walk and a single this game. Starts with 1 in the dirt, 1-0. Gets the strike, 1-1. Down in the dirt, bouncing away, 2-1. Two and 1 in the dirt makes it 3-1. The 3-1 goes in the dirt and walked aboard is St. Louis for a 3rd time this game.
Shortstop number 5.
That brings up the shortstop, Charlie Towers. Towers so far this game, 2 doubles, including an RBI double back in the 3rd inning. Starts off speed with it, missing 1-0. And St. Louis taking away second in the sequence. A stolen base for St. Louis with no contest. The 1-0. And time called after the stare down. That time gets the strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Taking his time. 1-2 on the strike. The 1-2. Way outside for a second ball, 2-2. Gets it, strike 3. Charlie Towers sat down on strikes. And that's the first out of the inning, but a runner still in scoring position for Justin Groves. And Groves may be due today. So far, 1 hit all day for Justin Groves.
Number 8, Justin Groves.
Big spot now for Groves. Dancing around at second, the first pitch. Fastball misses, 1-0. On the 1-0. Missed again. 2-0. The 2-0. Runner goes to third. No throw, however, so St. Louis moves up to third on a 3-0 count. On deck, Dylan White. And they walked him. 2 walks this inning. And now runners at the corners for Dylan White. And we might get a change here. And it looks like we will. Another pitching change this ball game. It's the St. Clair Saints for a second consecutive day, should say. Braden Heidenbuck. Heidenbuck, 12 strikeouts to 4 walks, 1 save with the ERA almost at 5. That's an 8 2/3 innings of work. He made a start earlier in the year. 3 games total played entering today. So with runners at the corners, and with this being a tight ball game, 7-6, mind you, hasn't felt that way. It's a big spot to try and get out of this situation without causing any damage, possibly tying the game here. Humber, after all, has scored in 4 consecutive innings against the Saints here. So far this game, approaching the 2.5-hour mark, just about soon. It's been that type of a ball game for the second half of the doubleheader today. As the Dogs, they've been enjoying the fun at least. To the plate. This time comes Dylan White. Dylan White's 4th at-bat today. Last time up, he walked aboard, then was caught stealing at third. Starts off with a strike this count, 0-1. One ground ball played by Gale. Throw over to second. Did not get the force out. And a run comes in. It's tied. They tried to take the force out at second. They didn't get it. And it's 7-all in the top of the 6th inning.
Right fielder number 3, Jack Young.
That brings up Jack Young next. Runners at first and second here. Humber looking for its first lead of the game. Young pulls back the bunt. Starts off 1-0. One and 0 is the count. Gets the strike, 1-1. On the 1-1, gets the low strike, 1-2. step off there. Swing and miss, strike 3. Second time Young's been struck out of the plate today. And there's 2 gone in the inning. David Boato coming up.
Third baseman number 12, David Boato.
Down in the dirt and fumbled around. 1-0 to start for Boato. One and 0 turns to 1-1 on the swing and a miss. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Runners go, swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw doesn't matter. That's the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts out of the pen for Heinenbuck. But it's 7-all. Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Humber's come all the way back to tie it late in this game. The sun's starting to set here in Tecumseh as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. It's taken us a while to get here, but by the end, looking at a 2.5-hour plus ball game. Lots of movement in the pens, lots of movement so far on the scoreboard. It's 7-all. As due up to lead things off is Josh Anderson, Henry Reel, Rowan Glasgow. So far in the past few innings, St. Clair has showed some sparks, but not a light past a run since that 5-run burst in the second.
We got the bottom of the 6th for the St. Clair Saints. The shortstop, number 17.
Up to the plate, Anderson to the plate. Starting things off with a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss once again, 0-2. Hard contact to center. St. Louis with the catch. One gone.
Designated hitter
So
number
that brings up the designated hitter, Henry Rio. Starts things off down low. Taking his time. Gets the strike this time. 0-1 on the scoreboards. Watches that one. 1-1. 2-1 is the official count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bounces in the turf. 3-1. Real fouls it away. Full count. 3-2. The 3-2. Real. Played over to Bellato. Throw with the hop. Gets the out. 2 gone.
number 28, Rowan Glasgow.
2 gone in the inning on this play right here. That brings in Roland Glasgow. Starts the ball to this count. No, a strike, in fact, a late strike call. 0-1. Glasgow last time up hit a single. Swings and dances. 0-2. The 0-2 forces a ground ball to second. Played over to Groves, and the sides retired. So we enter the 7th inning with a tie. It's 7-all. Can anyone get the edge in this ball game? Let's find out as we go to another frame to see the top 7 after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the ball game as we get ready for the top of the frame. It's the 7th inning. And Hadenbuck with a lot of pressure. He has to face the bottom of the order, yes, but the Humber Hawks have been striding and flying. They've earned runs in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th innings consecutive. Now have a chance to try and take the lead and try and give St. Clair its first loss of the season. 0-1 of the count this time, leading things off Iannarella. This time bounces into the shoulder pad, 1-1. Looks like they'll have a discussion here after that one. So far, a 0 for 2 with a walk day for the catcher, the opposing catcher for Humber. Hard contact to center. It drops for a base hit. And Arella able to reach via a single.
Second baseman number 2.
That brings up Caleb Iguarin. 2 hits and a hit by pitch today. How about a fly ball to right to add to it? Fly out is the call. 1 out in the inning. That keeps the runner at first. That brings up Landon Clark. And some more conversation here.
Left fielder number 9, Landon Clark.
Landon Clark so far. A single, a stolen base, and 2 strikeouts. Starts with 1 missing the top, 1-0. Heard some screams there as that was thrown over the first. Gets a strike this time, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sat down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That brings up Jack St. Louis.
Number 18, Jack St. Louis.
Watching along as the ball starts this count, 1-0. St. Louis has been able to draw a lot of walks, 3 of them this game. On the day, he's drawn 5. Gets the high strike, 1-1. The 1-1, a swing and a miss, 1-2. The 1-2. Misses, 2-2. On the 2-2. Ground ball, some confusion at second for Harrison. That allows the runner to advance all the way to third. First to third goes Iannarella. St. Louis gets himself another hit. See, going the wrong way, Harrison went the wrong direction. And now, that brings up the shortstop, Charlie Towers. He's got himself 2 doubles this game. Swings and misses to start, 0-1. The 0-1. Down low, 1-1. The 1-1 up the middle, base hit, and Humber takes the lead in the 7th. An RBI base hit.
Number 8, Justin Groves.
Great contact, good hit. That now brings up Justin Groves. 8-7 your score. Upstairs to begin, 1-0. Missed this time, 2-0. Runners at first and second. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Groves towards center. It drops right in front of the center fielder, and another run scores. The Humber Hawks lead 9-7. Falls this time just in front of Sleeman. That's enough to put runners at the corners in a prime position.
17, Dylan White.
Now to the plate, Dylan White. White, same spot, drops for another run. And the Hawks score another on an RBI single. A second blows to the stop sign. A charge for a tag and out. Justin Groves blew through the stop sign, but Humber builds a cushion for the bottom of the 7th inning. An RBI single for Dylan White to extend the gap even more. 3 consecutive RBI singles is the way the play closes out here. So with that being said, we head to the bottom of the inning, 10-7. St. Clair needs 3 runs if they want to stay undefeated for 2024. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 7th inning. Humber, with its first lead today, up 10-7 with 12 hits and 2 errors to their tally today. St. Clair's got 9 hits, but just 7 runs, along with the 2 errors to add onto it. And now they will be facing this man right here. This is Eric Alcatraz. This is his 5th game appeared in, looking to try and get save number 2. He's got an 0-1 record with 4 strikeouts and 3 walks, an ERA of 6.46 on the season. So, it will be Gale Langlois Hudvegner due up this inning.
Third baseman number 20, Cannon Gale.
Cannon Gale starts things off this inning. Getting off speed outside, 1-0. Foul back, 1-1. Watches the strike, 1-2. On the 1-2. Gale, right center, base hit. And the Saints lead things off for the single this inning. That's his first hit after reaching via error last time, and 2 ground outs before this at bat. And now that brings up Langlois. Looks like they'll go for a pinch runner in this situation. They are bringing in Jordan Miller as a pinch hitter. Starting things off with a pass ball. Miller strides to second. He's now in scoring position.
Catcher number 10, Andrew Langlois.
On the 1-0. Gets the strike, 1-1. Alcatraz gets the corner, 1-2. On the 1-2, misses, 2-2. Two and two, the count. Gets the corner, strike 3 for the first out. Langlois sat down on strikes, and that brings up Joshua Hudvegner's spot. He'll be replaced by Robinson, Colin Robinson. Colin Robinson had a successful day earlier with an RBI single, but 2 strikeouts after that RBI single in the first game against Humber. Starts with a slider out of the zone, 1-0. Robinson hits it down the right field line, but he falls foul as a player is broken through the gate. Gate was an issue earlier. It looks like they did not lock it for the last sequence. 1-1. Runner at second, 1 gone for Robinson. Misses the upper corner, 2-1. Two and one. Robinson watches the second strike, 2-2. Robinson, straight upward. Some contact with the runner at second, doesn't matter, gets the out. And St. Clair is down to its final out. That brings up Brown Amlin. And remember, St. Clair, regardless how this closes out here, has first place in hand. Humber with this, though, makes things a lot more interesting with the Durham Lards in the end on the standings. Just 1 game back at that second spot, trying to get separation to hold on to third. Tower Brown Amblin, this to close the game. Humber wins it 10-7. And St. Clair's perfect season comes to an end with a loss. 17-1 will be where the St. Clair Saints finish out their season before the provincial tournament. On that note, though, it's time to say goodbye. For the rest of our crew, I'm Justin Prince saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You've been watching We Digital's coverage of OCAA men's baseball. Once again, Humber wins 10-7.